Today I wanted to tell you about the time I got a dog when I'm allergic to dogs. Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to tell you about the time I got a dog when I'm allergic to dogs. So today I thought I would do a little story time. So you heard that right, I am allergic to dogs and cats and hamsters and horses and anything that really has fur. I never had pets growing up, so I never really knew how to interact with animals. So growing up, all of my friends had pets, and every time I went to one of their houses, I had to take allergy medication, and I still was like very allergic, and it was terrible. I was suffering the whole time, and I just like hated animals because I was so allergic to them. So my boyfriend grew up with lots of pets. They had dogs and cats, and he just loves animals. So when I told him that I was allergic, he was not very happy. So yes, he grew up with pets and I was allergic and he was very upset about that. So here's the story of when we got Casper. So about a year and a half ago, one of Dominic's roommates decided he was going to move out and he had a dog. So when the roommate moved out, the dog also moved out. So as much as the dog was so poorly trained and very annoying, it was kind of sad seeing the dog leave. So we were just talking that night and all of a sudden it was like, what if we got a dog? So about 5 minutes into starting this conversation, we were already on our phones like Googling hypoallergenic dog breeds and looking like at dogs in the area and stuff like that. Within an hour, we found Casper, who was not named at the time, but we scheduled an appointment to go meet him the next day. So the appointment was scheduled and all we had to do was wait. So that whole night we were just Googling things and looking up and like coming up with dog names, and we actually decided on a name before we even met him. So as you can see, this was super spontaneous. We literally scheduled an appointment to meet him less than 24 hours after we decided that, hey, maybe we should get a dog. So the next morning I worked, and then after I worked, we had an appointment to go meet him, and we walk out of the house and we're still on our front porch and the tornado sirens go off. And we're like, okay, we've been waiting for this all day and now there has to be a freaking tornado. We still went. It hadn't started like storming yet when the sirens went off, so we were like, it's fine. So we go, and when we get there, we're looking around trying to figure out which one is him, and I see this really fluffy white dog sleeping, and I was like, hey Dom, is that him? And all of a sudden Casper like looks up and he has like the biggest bedhead hair, and I was just like, oh wow, like he has a lot of hair. But we went in a little playpen with him and he was licking my toes and walking around us in circles, and honestly Dom was like, I need him. So we're at the store and we get all of his food and treats and toys and his cage, and we are all set to go, and it's time to bring him out to the car, and it is downpouring. Like, we load everything into the car, and by the time we get in the car, all three of us are soaking wet. And of course Casper's terrified. He's this little 4-pound dog going out into the world and he's soaking wet. So we get home and we bring him into the house and we bring him into the bedroom, and he's just like sniffing around, but you can tell he's like shaking and super nervous and probably cold from the rain. And he was so shy, like completely opposite of what he is now. He would not leave the bedroom. Like, we would open the bedroom door and he would not step a foot in the hallway. He would like peer out and look both ways, but he was terrified to leave the room. So he sleeps in the bed with us that night, and the next morning he's walking all over our faces at 5 a.m. And we were exhausted, but we were like so happy that we had this adorable dog in bed with us. And then disaster strikes. I start having an allergy attack. I took allergy medicine, it seemed to be getting better, but I was like freaking out because we didn't want to return him. Like, we were already in love with him and I was allergic to him, and I shouldn't be because he's hypoallergenic. So I stick with it for about a week, and after that week I didn't need to take allergy pills anymore. I was totally fine around him. He would walk all over me and lick my face, and I was totally fine with him. So I think I figured it out. When I take Casper home to Wisconsin with me, my brother's also allergic to dogs, and he has a reaction to Casper. So I think what happened is I built up a slight tolerance to Casper's allergies, or allergens, I should say. So that slight tolerance that I built up allows me to be totally fine with him. I never have to take allergy pills, which is so amazing because I never thought I would be able to own a pet. So if you're allergic to dogs and you get a hypoallergenic dog and you're still allergic to it, I would say stick it out and see if you can build up that slight tolerance, because it's so crazy that I don't even have any reaction to him anymore. If you've been allergic to pets your whole life and you don't even know how to interact with animals and you seem to not like animals because you're allergic to pets, I would say try them out, because my life is forever changed. Before I had Casper, I would not think that any animals were cute at all, and now I'm kind of obsessed with animals. So he's definitely changed my life, and I am so happy to have him. As much as he's not that shy 4-pound dog anymore, he's a very confident 9-pound dog now, and I would not change anything about him. So I hope that you enjoyed this little story time of when I got my dog, when I'm allergic to dogs. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.